Okay, so I got a request for someone in the comments who wanted a fish themed, hunting, fishing type themed something. So here is how I get started with an idea. I Google something such as fish plastic canvas. So as you can see here, we have a fish. And when I say visual, I'm a visual. I can look at this and I can create this exact image. However, some people can read patterns. I cannot read patterns. So this is how I get some of my ideas or some of my inspiration. So we're going to do this fish here, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. So what I do is I take a screenshot of it, and then I zoom it in really large. And so now you can actually count them yourself. See? On here, you see there's 3. 1, 2, 3. Then this one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then so on. So what I did is I chose 3 colored pencils. I have the black, the red, and this blue. So I picked these 3 little random colors, or brown, I'm not sure what that is, so that I can kind of color code along with the fishy. So that's how I do a visual. So anytime you see one of my visual videos, you just simply screenshot it, and then you kind of zoom in, and then you can get your count. For those of you who are new, you can't do that exactly right this moment. That's okay, because this is how we're going to do it. So I'm going to show you. So I got my phone here, so hopefully it won't time out a lot. I may have to click on it every now and then. So I'm going to turn my paper. So when you do a stitch, you know that a stitch goes into 2 boxes, right? So when you do an actual stitch, your plastic canvas is this way. So you would actually do a stitch like this, right? But after a while, I get confused when you have to do these stitches like this. So what I do is each stitch is 1 box. So for example, on here, the fish face has 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. So on here, I'm just going to color in 3 boxes. That's going to represent 3 stitches. And that's how I do it, because for me it's more confusing trying to figure out these little line sequences like this. After a while it gets kind of confusing. So, our fishy. Now the first part of his face is blue, so that's what I have here. So let me see, maybe I can zoom in a little bit closer. Or I don't know if this is just a good angle for you, so let's see. Maybe I can get a little closer. How's that? I'll scoot it over as we go. Okay, so I'm going to widen it as wide as I can get it, and that's as far as it's going to go. Now you can even go as far as screenshotting this. Oh, screenshot this way. You can tell I'm looking at it backwards. And then go to your pictures and zoom it wider. But for this, I'm just going to leave it here. So I know I have 3, so I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just going to kind of try to pick the center of my page, because I know my fish, whatever is on one side is going to be equal to the other. So I'm just going to fold it in half. That's going to give me kind of an idea of where the center of my page is. So since there's 3 squares, I'm going to color in 3 squares. So that's 3 squares. Now you know the next one went down 1. Oops, scoot it over, can't see, there we go. Okay, so we're going to go down 1, which means we're going to go up 1 also. So, there we go. So then I'm just going to lightly color it in. So this is 1, 2, 3 stitches, so you know that's going to be 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know that one is going to be 5 stitches. Okay? So now we know that it's going to go down 1 more, and then 1 more, and then this row is going to be 2. So we're going to go down 1 more, and then 2. We're going to go up 1, and then over 2. So then we're going to color this in. Okay, so now we got that colored in. So now we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you know that's going to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're going to have 2 of them at 9. Now here's where the black comes in. If you notice, it's a little fuzzy. So this is where you can kind of get a little creative. See how it's kind of fuzzy there? So this is where we'll have to get a little bit creative, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. So on this next row, it is one square is right here, okay? So we're going to color one square blue. Then we're going to get our black colored pencil, and I'm going to assume there's 3. 1, 2, 3, even 4. So we're going to color in 4 real lightly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we're going to color in 4 real lightly with the black. Then it looks like once you get to here, there's 3 and then a 1. So we're going to color in 3, 3, and then a 1 with the blue. Okay. And then we're going to see 1, 2, 3. So it looks like there's 3 here. So, and it comes down to the C. Okay, so we're going to come down 1. Okay, so we did the 2. So let's see. We've got this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So now we're here. So we're going to do 3. 3. I think I went down too far on the black, but that's okay because my fish will be different than the fish that I'm copying. Can't always get it right, you know, when you do this. So, okay, and then there's a blue square here. So my fish is going to be a little off-centered, but that's okay. I like weird things. And then this square here is black. So I'm going to color this one black. So you've got 1 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4 black, 1, 2, 3 blue, 1, 2, 3 black, and then 1 blue. So now we're going to start this next row. Well, right here by this blue, there's a black stitch. So I'm going to color in 1 black stitch. So it looks like it's pink down through here. So I'm going to color this all pink and this all pink. So now we're going to count it. You've got black 1, then you have pink 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4 pink, and 1 black. Okay? Oops, sorry. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to go over to the next row because we've just finished this row here. So far what you see here is what we've gotten here. So now we're going to go over into this little pink thing. Like this. So our next row is going to be all the way pink. So now we're going to do the black. So we know that right here is a black stitch. So we know right here is going to be a black stitch. Because there is a black stitch here, here, and then 1, 2, 3 here. So okay, so now this is where the part where you kind of have to use your imagination or figure it out later. So in order to get the indentation, I'm not sure until I'm actually stitching, but I think that this one should be black and not pink. And this one should be black and not pink. So I'm going to reconvert these to black. Okay, so it kind of has that zoom, 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 zoom look, kind of like they have there. And I know that right here in the black, there's going to be 3 little blues. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 3 blues. So we're going to have the 3 blues here. This will help when we get ready to go to the pink. And then over here you see there's 3 black. So the 3 black are the same as the 3 blue. So we're going to color in the black. Okay? I hope you can still follow me on this because, like I said, it's never science. It's never perfect. But someone wanted to know how I come up with the design, where I get the ideas, and how to make it come to life. So this is kind of all of the above. So now we are at the blue one. So the blue one's going to be 1 on each side higher. So I'm going to go up 1 higher here and 1 higher here. And I'm going to color this in. And like I said, you can change your fish. It does not have to look exactly like this fish. And it doesn't have to be these colors. I'm just using these colors because that way I know the difference. But you can make them gray, you can make them black and white, you can make them brown. Your fish can be any color you want. And where the eyeball is, you can just minus that stitch and make it a black one. So for his eyeball right there, you know, you can just do a black square right here. So, boom. Now he has a black eyeball instead of gluing on a little funny eyeball that they glued on here. Okay, so now we're going to go to the black. So the black is even with the blue. So we're going to line it up, and then we're just going to fill it in. Okay, and you can use more than just these colors. You can, like I said, once you make your first fish, you know, then you can go crazy with the colors. But this, we're just doing the basics. So, now, instead of counting all of this, what I've done is see how the black row is here, and my black row is here. I know that the pink is going to line up. So, see right here? Okay, so we've done these, right? And see how that pink one lines up exactly? So instead of counting all of this space and all of this space, see how right here it's in line with right here. So on mine, I know that it's going to be in line here. So this and this is going to be pink, right? So I'm just going to color it all in pink. And then we know this and this one is going to be a match. So we're going to color it all in. So now we have almost our whole fish. So now we got to do the back side to give it some personality. So now you see we've got this little squared off part, because see, it's squared off now. See how that's squared off? So we know we're going to come in 2 and 2, 2 and 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my 2 little squares here. And I'm going to draw my 2 little squares here. Okay. And then we're going to go in the 2 more. So we're going to go 2 more here. And then my 2 more here. Okay. And now that you know that these are solid stripes, I'm just going to draw my little line there. And I'm going to fill in the rest of the pink. And if you notice, these I made a little darker. It's because that way I know that my indentation begins there. So you can make that a little harder, a little bit darker to stand out more. See how that's coming to shape? So now you're kind of getting the visual of my fishy. So now we're going to do the bottom. Okay. So let's see, I need to scoot it over this way a little bit. There we go. Okay. So now we're at his tail. So we've done, as you can see here, we've done the 2 and the 2 here. So you see there's one black and then there's one black. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the black and we're going to do, because it's on the same row. See right here, the black one's there. So we're going to do the black one here. And then if you notice, it kind of goes 1, 2, 3, kind of at an angle. So we know we're going to do 3 at an angle. And most times, what you do on the bottom, you're going to do at the top. So if you notice, I did the bottom first because that's how I was able to figure out how many 3. Then I'm going to go up 3. So we're going to go 1, 2. So we're going to go up 1 more. So hopefully, when I do this, ta-da, it matches up. So now I have my black done. So I just take my little pink and da-da-da-da-da, I color it in. So now my fishy is almost complete. So now for the fins. You can make them more pointy, or you can make them more flush, or you can make them feather out, you know, and go around. So you can make the tail anyway, but we're going to just copy this one. So this one has 1 on each side. So on top of the very first black one. So we're going to do 1 blue here, 1 blue here. Then it goes 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Color that in. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to color that in. So there we got those. The next row is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's all the same row. Okay. So we'll just stick to the same row. So we're basically just going to go up and come over like this. Now if you notice, this row goes from that row down to that row. So we're just going to go here, all the way down to here, and we're going to color this in. Like this. And then here, to give it a little bit of flair so it's like not so squared off, see how he squared off? They came down 1, so we're going to come down 1, and they did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to scribble that in, and voila, we have our fish. So when I do visual tutorials, this is what I mean. You take an image from the video, you screenshot it. Now the bubbles, you can add in the bubbles that he has here and everything. Okay? So, now, I'm going to do mine in black because you really can't see these two here. These are light pink. So this is going to finish off the fish. But instead of doing it in pink, I'm going to go do it in black just so that you can see it. So, see how it's squared off here? The black ends there and this ends here. So I'm just going to come up this way and I'm just going to lightly color it just to give me an idea of that it's there. Then the next one comes in one row and goes flush. So I'm going to color that one lightly right there. Then it goes up one more and finishes in 2. So this design here, right here, you know, you might do a different color. And you're going to do a different one on the bottom. The bottom one starts here, and it goes all the way lightly to the end. And then it goes over 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to go here, lightly color it. And then I have that there. So now, ta-da! As you can see, we have a fishy. And he looks like this fishy. So now we have our fishies. And by doing it on this paper, I'm going to hold this up for a minute so that you can see the visual, so that you can finish this design if you want. So I'm going to try to hold it still. Just screenshot it, and then you can just zoom in and make your bubbles and all your other little details. Okay, so I'm going to stop that, and I'm going to show you Fishy, our little fishy that we just created. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of space around it for you to do whatever design that you want. So if you're going to use a tissue box, you've already cut out your tissue box design. What I would recommend is I would count from here to find the center, and here to find the center. And let's say if this was the center, then on your tissue box, you're going to count from there to here, from there to there, and wherever the center of your tissue box is, so let's say this is the center of our tissue box, then I know that the center of here is going to go here. So this will be where I will start my design. And then I would count over, and I would do this side of the fish, you know, and then I would do this side of the fish, and then I would do this side of the fish, and then you have your tissue box. And then once you've finished the fishy, then you can fill in the top and the bottom and the sides however you wish. You can do individual stitches like this, or you can do single row stitches where you just kind of do blue, but you can like do it like this, even though these are different colors, but just pretend these are blue. And then you can just do long stitches. Or you can do double stitch where you do 2 all the way to the fish, like this, where you actually would fill in 2 boxes instead of 1. So however you want. But I would recommend doing the single stitch going down because these are single stitches. The 2 stitch would be kind of cool if you did blue, because then it fills in the space more, and then the fish is your main focus for the detail. So if you colored it in, let's for say, we're going to do 2 rows, it would look like this. And of course, when you get to here, these 2 are not equal. That's fine. Because what you're going to do is you're just going to do 1 stitch here, and then you're going to go to 2 stitches here. And then you're going to go here, and then do 2 stitches. Which is hard to tell when you do it like this with the same color. So let me kind of use a different color in here, like this. So then that way, when you do your stitching, see, like this is how it's going to look. Like that. Does that make sense? I hope that makes a little bit of sense for you guys. But do your fishy first. Find the center of your canvas. And if you want to do a tissue box, it doesn't have to stand up. Your tissue box can go sideways. So your fish could actually go this way. And then that would give you more body here to put some bubbles up here, you know, and then color it in. Maybe put some little grass here. Do some like brown, you know, brown at the bottom of the tank, of your tank, and then him have some little bubbles. So you can turn, and then you can just have the tissues come out here. So your tissues could come out there. And then this would be solid, and then this, of course, would be solid. And then this would be open. And then you would just sit the tissue box on top of it. On top of it. And then you, on here, you would do the same fish design here. But then on the back here, you can either do front of his face, or you could just do a little scene. You could do like some little gravel, and then maybe a little plant right here on the back. And then on the front, where the tissue comes out, you could do the same. On the front piece here, you know, you could do like some little grass, and then have the little hole for where the tissues come out right here, where you pull out your tissues right here. So that would be kind of cool. So that way he's facing this way and the tissues come out this way. I think that would be really neat. And then, like I said, you could draw some little greenery on the back side. And then you, of course, would have your fish here on this side. So then all three sides have the fishy. So I'm going to hold this up for a minute so you can sit there and look at it and see how I created it with just coloring in squares. So thank you for requesting this video. I appreciate it. And I will give credit to the person whose idea this was in the info box down below. And thank you. I do read your comments, and although it does take me a minute to make tutorials, I apologize. It's not always quiet at my house, and I have dogs and ferrets and kids, and I work. So I'm going to try to be a little more due diligent in making more videos for you. But I hope you enjoyed this fishy video, and I hope it inspires you to look online for more plastic canvas designs and make more tissue boxes or gift boxes or picture frames. This could be a picture frame, just using the outline, and then just hollow out the center here. So for every square you add here, you would add one to that side. So you could actually make him bigger. You could actually just cut him right down the center, separate the paper, and then just color in the box and make a bigger fishy and make a picture frame fishy. So anyway, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your comments. If you like this one, I will do another one on a different theme or a different topic. Comment below. What do you want to see? It's hard for me thinking up things on my own, so I do read comments, so those help me a lot. So thank you for commenting and liking. Make sure you subscribe so that when I do put out a new video, you're here and you're able to see it. And also hit that notification bell so that when a new video is uploaded, you're the first to know. I do appreciate you. Thank you for your loyalty, and thank you for watching. You have a wonderfully blessed day.